Later, but let's now take you across to a joint press conference being addressed by the Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and Union HRD Minister Smriti Irani.
स्थिति केरल में, जैसा कि आप सब जानते हैं, केरल में चुनाव की घोषणा हो चुकी है और वहां सह प्रभारी के रूप में मैं काम कर रहा हूं, चुनाव प्रभारी के रूप में। मेरे साथ केंद्रीय स्वास्थ्य मंत्री श्री जेपी नड्डा जी उस राज्य के प्रभारी हैं और कई माह से हम केरल की स्थिति पर अपनी टिप्पणी करते रहे हैं। केंद्र में भी इस विषय को हम सब उठाते रहे हैं और विशेष करके जो हिंसा केरल में है, एंड फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ आवर फ्रेंड्स इन केरला, आई वुड प्रेफर टू स्पीक इन इंग्लिश. The situation which is prevailing in Kerala is something which is very, very alarming. The party has taken a call and has instructed Srimati Smriti Irani ji, the Honorable HRD Minister in Government of India, and has asked me to jointly hold this press conference today. And the situation is so critical that in one of the latest episodes or incidents which happened in Trivandrum yesterday, the former state president of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Mr. Muralidharan, who is also in charge for the campaign in the state of Kerala, who had gone in support and solidarity of the corporators which we have in Trivandrum. And it's obvious that yesterday in the afternoon itself, there was an attack on the corporators and several workers of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Amul, who is the corporator there, who is a B.Tech, is highly educated, he's seriously injured, and more than 30 volunteers and workers of the Bharatiya Janata Party are severely injured. Even the former state president has been injured. God willing, he's safe. We had Smriti ji and we had talked to him and he's in safe zone. But the situation is alarming there. This is one of those incidents which has been taking place, and there are many more which we'll recite to you. And this was in particular because the Bharatiya Janata Party was opposing the municipal plan, which was a draft municipal plan which was brought out by the municipal corporation, which is headed by the CPIM. And when they were peacefully protesting, stone pelting and attack took place. And this was basically the master plan which aims at acquiring huge chunks of land in the city area for commercial purposes, which were meant for public purposes, which were meant for parks, which were meant for other uses, were being acquired by the corporation under the new master plan. And this was a peaceful protest. Now, this was just an indication of what was happening there. Just on the 8th of March, a young RSS worker who is an auto rickshaw driver, Mr. E.K. Biju, was hacked to death. And he drove an auto rickshaw. He was taking school children, as young as Mahesh, 5-year-old, and Vijay, 6-year-old. They were attacked by 5 or 6 members with weapons, with sickles. The auto rickshaw was turned. And in front of this young school children, virtually infants, 5 and 6 years, he was hacked in front of these children. This area is a CPM stronghold, and this man was a visible RSS BJP sympathizer. And the children are still in shock. And this was done in broad daylight. In Kannur, for last couple of years, we have been seeing a series of murders. As recent as on 15th of February, Sujit, who was a BJP worker in Kannur, was dragged out of his house. His brother opened the house, and in front of his mother and brother, he was hacked to death. These are few examples what we have quoted. And hundreds of political killings have taken place in Kannur. The BJP national president has visited there. We have gone there. We have been making fervent appeals. But this is not alone the CPIM. This is being done jointly by the Congress party, against whom the BJP is raising voices in the state of Kerala. And it's a nexus. The growing stronghold of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Kerala and the signs of great victory which is emerging in Kerala has compelled both these political parties, the Congress and the CPM, to mount an attack both in terms of physical and personal in the state of Kerala. Since the elections are on, we have very little faith in the machinery of the state government, which is the Congress state government, the UDF, and there is a fixing between UDF and LDF, with the BJP going in with larger partners who are seen to be political strength in that state. Our new alliances, the forged alliances, and our partnership and our friendship with these new alliances has created a sense of insecurity. And as we do not expect the elections in the state of Kerala to be fair, we have planned a delegation to the Chief Election Commissioner, headed by Mr. Nadda, will be leading that delegation. We do not see a free and fair elections in the state of Kerala, where about 2.5 crore voters will go to poll in next few months. And we are going to appeal to the Election Commission that the strongest measures should be taken in the state of Kerala to conduct the elections, but we do not expect free and fair elections. BJP is surging in Kerala, and this incident, you would like to talk about this lady and about few things. I would request my senior colleague and friend Smriti ji to take over, and some more points which he wants to. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This late afternoon, both Rudy ji and I, along with Mr. Narasimha Rao, are here amongst you to express the concern of the Bharatiya Janata Party on this very pertinent issue of continuing deterioration of law and order in the state of Kerala. The two cases that Rudy ji has just enunciated, one about E.K. Viju, the other about our Karyakarta Sujit, is reminiscent also of a young BJP Yuva Morcha vice president in the state of Kerala in the 1990s, who was a primary school teacher and hacked to death in his own classroom in front of his students. It is evident, and there is empirical historical evidence in the state of Kerala, that whenever there is a surge in the activities of the Bharatiya Janata Party, violence is used by the left to dampen the spirits and scare away political activists associated with the Bharatiya Janata Party. On this platform, we not only reiterate our support for every party worker and activist who are working fervently to ensure victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party in the forthcoming assembly election, but as Rudy ji has pointed out, we are extremely concerned that in a situation where violence is used as a political tool to suppress voices, as Rudy ji has indicated, the Honorable Health Minister Nadda ji will express this concern of ours to the Election Commission. I would like to add here that this violence is not limited to only the male activists of the Bharatiya Janata Party. even a student, a female student, who confronted some activists of the left party during the course of her education in an educational institution, was pushed so much so that she tried to commit suicide. This is a recorded fact that the parents and the family of this girl student, who happens to be a Dalit student, appealed for help in the state of Kerala. We have also heard of an incident wherein a lady auto driver was not allowed to drive by some local left activists. This in totality gives an impression to the country at large that the adjustment politics between the left and the Congress party is resulting in an atmosphere which is not only violent but which has been particularly mounted to dissuade supporters and karyakartas of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Yesterday's incident is yet another reflection that when the Bharatiya Janata Party raises the voice of the people, people who came together with the Bharatiya Janata Party, affected by the master plan in Thiruvananthapuram, pelted stones, hit with bricks and glass bottles, is just an indication of the desperation amongst left activists and the tacit support they receive from the Congress party in the state of Kerala. We condemn this brutal incident. We express our prayers for all those who are hospitalized, in particular a young boy in his mid-20s who was, when fell on the ground, beaten on the head, so much so that he is suffering from brain injury. Doctors have put him under critical care for the next 48 hours, and only when his vitals will stabilize will they be adept enough to operate upon him. That is his medical condition right now. Our prayers with him and his family members, and we are hopeful that a violent-free Kerala will hold free and fair elections so that the people's voice, which is being suppressed currently, is freely reflected in their vote.
Thank you, Smriti ji. And we are in touch with the state president, Mr. Kumanam Rajshekhar. We had a word with him, and he's, on behalf of the party, he's actively taken charge of the situation and is trying to keep the morale of the party workers high. Our member of parliament from the lone member of parliament, Mr. Richard, is here. He has given a notice in parliament at 0 hour to raise this issue. So with this, if there is any question you'd like to ask Smriti ji or myself.
So they heard the BJP expressing concern about the situation in Kerala, which is to go to polls very soon in May, where violent incidents have been taking place. The recent one, of course, where a former BJP president of Kerala state has also been injured very severely, and the BJP is taking its concerns now to the Election Commission in the form of a delegation which will be led by JP Nadda.